Punk Revolution now. So, Caribou's new album, Suddenly. What the fuck, Caribou? You haven't released an album in like almost 6 years, and now he's dropping suddenly on us. He titled the album Suddenly because he said his daughter likes the word suddenly a lot. So don't look into the title meaning too much. There's no meaning. There's nothing suddenly happening here. So, whatever. INDIETRONICA. INDIETRONICA. What a horrible genre title. So sexy. I make INDIETRONICA. Wow, that sounds sexy. So, INDIETRONICA, Caribou has a very pretty, diverse sort of discography, diving into different sort of flavors of INDIETRONICA, flavors of house, psychedelic pop, micro house, deep house, kind of doing a whole bit. So what the fuck is he doing now? In 2020, 6 years after his last album, Our Love, let's start by taking a look at the album cover. So this album cover looks like water, like a freaking swimming pool or like a raindrop or something. I don't know. It's a very calming, pretty, crystal clear album cover. You know, blue is a calming color, and this is a calming cover. I will say it kind of looks a little bit like a freaking computer, desktop screensaver or something. I don't really know. Anyways, regardless. So musically, what's going on here? Frankly, folks, this is a kind of a hard album to sum up in a nutshell, given that it is a very, very varied track list, very diverse ideas going on here. It's not like he's trying to just like make one song and then replicate it over and over again. He's like, sounds like every single song he's experimenting with different sounds and ideas and maybe some different genre influences. Some songs are more like, more dance songs. They're a little bit more upbeat, that are a little bit more fun, I guess you could say. And then there's some songs here that are a little bit more complex and tries to be a little bit more jarring. And then there's like strange rhythmic changes. And there's the piano riffs that kind of like are the leads of the song. Like the pianos are very like, very complex melodies. And then maybe he'll throw like a pitch shifter on top of it to make it even more complex. And then he'll fucking put like a flanger in there. So it's complex, but a lot like the album cover. It's very clear. Everything that's going on in this album is very crystal clear. He's not putting distortion or reverb on it to make it kind of hard to follow or understand. It's very direct, and I like that. And I'm sitting on top of this clear, calming, yet complex and sometimes jarring electronic music is Dan's voice, which it's really a lot of these songs are very much driven by the vocals and the melodies. The vocals actually do remind me a lot of Tame Impala. Kevin Parker's vocals sound very similar in here. I would actually say if you liked Tame Impala's last album, The Slow Rush, you should check out this album too, because there are actually a lot of similarities. Anyways, very track list, complex but also gentle at the same time, using gentle sounds, but they're also kind of weird and kind of jarring, and also like the vocal. It's a mind fuck. Okay, I will say though, this album is not very fun. I'm personally totally cool with that. I'm way more into listening to Caribou try to experiment and try different sounds and textures out than, making another album that sounds exactly like Swim or, his previous psychedelic pop albums. I will say a lot of Caribou's output is very fun, but this album is actually not very fun at all. It's more intellectual. So this might make a pretty polarizing album. If you love Caribou and you love him for the fun house songs that you can play with your friends over, well, you might like some tracks here, but you're not going to love this album. But if you're into listening to Caribou kind of just be a unique artist and make unique house music, you're probably going to really like this album because it's a very unique house album. It's very unique, and that's great. But I wouldn't recommend you play it while you have friends over. Anyways, I'm giving this a 7.9 out of 10. I like the experimentation. I like it's like I said, the way he's able to make complex and jarring music while also for the most part utilizing pretty calm, gentle sounds and samples and pianos and synths, and sometimes the percussion is laid back, but then it's a very varied album but still pretty cohesive. I don't know, I think it's a pretty cool effort. I'm giving, like I said, 7.9 out of 10. I really like it more than honestly most of what I've heard from Caribou. I don't think it's going to be for everyone though, but thank you for watching Punk Revolution now. You and I, Sunny's Time, home, these are the names of the songs on the album. Thanks for watching Punk Revolution now.